So I have a reputation for being a little bit uppity in my life. And I don't know if this is because of this is how I'm made or because of something my parents did when they were raising me. But I can remember way back in third grade asking questions in Sunday school about whether or not Native Americans got to go to heaven and being sort of upset by the answer that I received there. I don't know if I'm uppity because my parents told me that I was smart or smarter than any man and that I could do anything that I put my mind to. And for some reason, I believed them. I'm also someone who along the way learned that hard questions and justice work lead to a life of meaning and a life lived with integrity. And I work really hard to live my life with integrity, to live in such a way that my insides match my outsides. So here I am, getting uppity with you and with our world about climate change. I live in Santa Barbara, California, and as you know, California is in the middle of one of the worst droughts ever. And the length and the severity of this drought is linked directly to climate change and human-caused carbon emissions. So our actions right now really matter, will really actually impact whether or not this drought gets worse or is longer or is shorter and is less severe. Our actions really matter. So I live in Santa Barbara, as I said, and I live here by choice. And like most locals, I don't just like living in Santa Barbara. I fucking love living in Santa Barbara. This is a community that is knit together with such joy and love for life because of the natural beauty that is surrounding us. We have near perfect weather, and it is a beautiful community. And the reason it is beautiful is because people in the past, local citizens in the past, have fought very hard to make it and keep it beautiful. Back in 1969, when big oil spilled millions of gallons of oil into our channel, the local citizens, Santa Barbara residents, were the ones that responded and said, no more, get oil out. And guess what? They did. They were successful, and they gave birth to the modern environmental movement. Big oil is back at our doorstep, and they want to take previously unrecoverable oil out of the ground in our community. An oil boom is coming, and it poses tremendous risks for our water unless we put a stop to it, unless we say, get oil out. Measure P is on the ballot this fall, and Measure P bans high intensity oil extraction techniques, the very things that cause our world to be at risk for worse climate change than is already happening. And so we have a choice here as Santa Barbara residents. Are we going to stand up and say no to big oil and say you can't lie to us and cheat us and pretend that these techniques are not going to be a danger to us? Or are we going to go about our lives and live as if we are too busy to concern ourselves with big and scary issues? We have a choice in front of us, and it gives me a lot of hope to be with you and to share this message of hope with you. We can do this. We can pass Measure P. It doesn't matter that they have $3 million. It matters that we have our hearts and our minds and our commitment. So here's my call to action for you. Show up, phone bank with me. Come, walk precincts with me this Saturday and this Sunday, because what we do now really matters. And if you have a little bit of treasure that you're willing to share with us, we could sure use it, because we're not going to get there just by feet and hands and hearts. We also need some treasure. Thank you.